Hey guys, it's Kovu. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm dressed as Katsuki Bakugo. I have like this cheerleader set thing, and I'm not gonna lie, I really hate it. I hate how it comes out. The set does not fit me properly. It makes me look wrong in all the wrong places, and like the wig just isn't it. So I do apologize about the pretty bad cosplay today, but I think you can tell who it is, so it's not the worst in the world, I suppose. This piece of hair on my eyeballs, it can stay there. Anyway, today I'm going to be doing my summary video of Anime League's Anime and Gaming Con, so that should be fun. First of all, overall the experience was amazing at Anime League, and I want to say a really big thank you for asking me to come as a creator again. I enjoy it every single time. I say every single time, this is my second time. Both conventions have been really fun, and I hope that you will enjoy this video. So this time we went to Manchester's Anime and Gaming Con. It was 2 weekends ago by the time this is posted, probably. So I know this video is a little bit late, but I've not had time to sit down and film because I've been doing a load of other stuff. But yeah, so it was a really fun experience. It was really easy to get to. It was about 5 minutes away from our hotel, and there was a load of other hotels near it, so finding accommodation and travel to the venue wasn't a problem this time, which was really good. So I would say that that is a big plus on terms of venue, because I know some conventions can be quite tricky to get to, and those are the ones that I tend to stay away from, because because of my anxiety and stuff like that, I can't walk through a town in cosplay, or I can't get on a train from my hometown to a convention in cosplay because it's just too much for me. So the fact that there was a lot of options in terms of hotels and places to stay and travel from there to the venue is a very big plus for me. So yeah, great points on accommodation really. The general atmosphere of Anime League convention this time was also very good. Everybody seemed like they were having a great time. I didn't hear anybody having like negative comments. There wasn't like a judgy vibe. I know that recently within the cosplay community, a lot of people have been noticing that at conventions it is more of a beauty pageant, and that a lot of people will give you glares and things like that. Like if your cosplay isn't like perfectly everything, and you're not gorgeous 10 out of 10 model, then you'll get glared down. There was none of that at this convention that I could tell. There was one interaction with a cosplayer that I did not enjoy, but I don't necessarily think that that was their fault, or I think it was just a weird vibe, but we'll get into that. But apart from that, everybody at Anime League's convention, just in the halls, all the cosplayers were really lovely to each other, the general public were really lovely to each other. There was no sort of weird vibe, atmosphere, judginess type thing. So if you're worried about stuff like that, I would say that Anime League is an okay, like, atmosphere. It's a nice atmosphere to be in, is what I'm trying to say. My words are awful today. So the next point that I want to move on to is the layout. The layout once again was relatively simple, which is great because it makes things very easy to find. Unlike the Birmingham venue, this venue is all on one floor. It is all a ground floor venue, which is great. So all you have to do is move from the hall that you enter through a little corridor, and there's the second hall. So it was super easy to find my way around. As you'll have seen in the vlog that I posted, it's a very small, easy venue, but it wasn't like any less lackluster as the Birmingham one. Obviously there will be fewer like tables there, like for traders and things, because it is a smaller venue, but it didn't make it feel smaller, if that makes sense. I also liked the way that they had split the halls. I thought that it was nice that the artist alleyway type thing had its own section. I prefer when conventions run things like that, where they have artists and small brands like that in one area, and then they have all the other vendors in another area, because it helps me differentiate between supporting like a bigger company and supporting a small business artist person, if that makes any sense, and differentiating between like official licensed merchandise and artists' interpretations of characters and things is nice as well, because I like to kind of, if I'm in the market for something officially licensed, then I want it to be officially licensed. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Most of the time, most of my money gets spent in Artist Alley anyway, to be honest, because I think that they are more creative, but that's all personal preference. The layout was really good. They had their traditional setup at this convention as well. Obviously they had because it's their convention. What an idiot. Again, words not the best today. So they had their gaming area and gaming tournaments, they had their tabletop area, they had their anime screening area, they had the artist alleyway type area and the regular trader table area and the celebrity area as well. And then they did also have an extra building called the Bread Shed, which I believe is a pub type thing across the road, where there was the second performances. So they had one stage over in the artist alley section, and they had their other stage over in the Bread Shed, which is where we went to go see all of our shows. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think we only saw 2 on the main stage, and the rest of them we were in the Bread Shed, because it was a vibe. The Bread Shed was a vibe. So yeah. If you're wondering what the Bread Shed looks like, it is the section in my vlog video where Xiaodo is, when we're all screaming and all that kind of stuff. So if you do want to see what the Bread Shed looks like, it is over in this video here, so go give that a watch through. So I thought that there was plenty of variety at this convention for 2 days. I didn't get very bored or anything. The only reason why I ended up leaving early on the Sunday, which you'll have seen in the vlog, again if you want to go and watch it, is because I had a lot of trouble getting my press pass. I know that this is going to sound like a very privileged thing, but I would like to explain why it impacts me as someone who goes to create content. Obviously I'm still like a pretty small content creator, and that's totally okay. Like, I'm fine being a small content creator, but and I really appreciate like the perks of I got to go for free, which was amazing. I didn't have to pay for a ticket. I still paid for my own accommodation, I paid for my trains, I paid for all my food, all of that. It was just the ticket that was free, which is very, very grateful. All the gratefuls, going all of it, all the gratefuls. And I got to take my brother with me, obviously, as my assistant, and just so he could enjoy the experience as well. But without the badge to say that I was like press or a creator there, it makes it very awkward for me to kind of interview people. Some sellers understood anyway because of my camera. They were like, oh my god, you've got a camera, are you create? I was like, yeah. And in those situations I can get around it because they obviously initiated that and was, you know, asked, and so then I can be like, yeah, do you mind if I get like a shot and stuff. But a lot of the time I feel like I really wanted to do interviews this time with like cosplayers and just general public who were, you know, or people that came to say hi to me. I want to take some pictures with them to put on my socials instead of just them taking a picture with me, and you know, I wanted to you know, get more like actual behind the scenes stuff. And like, now that I have my microphones, I wanted to get like people talking and have like little, you know, it was gonna like be a next level to my content is kind of what I was going for. It was gonna be the first time that I could have done that because of the new equipment that I managed to get. But without the badge, I feel like a creep, and I know it sounds fucking stupid, and people are gonna be like, get over it, get over it, but it's not that easy. I have really, really bad anxiety. I had been diagnosed since I was 12, and I've been on, you know, heart medication and stuff for it. I have the anxiety where I physically would rather leave than, like, this is unrelated, but like if I went to an orthodontist appointment 3 years ago, back when I had my braces, if you remember, to get my retainer, because every single time I went back my bottom retainer did not fit. I had 4 different retainers measured, and then I'd go back and it wouldn't fit anymore. The 5th time that I had gone back, I went in alone without my mum, because it was so busy. There was no space in the waiting room and I didn't know where to sit or what to do. I thought they had called my name and they hadn't, so I started walking, and then the lady was like, what are you doing here? And I was like, nothing. And then she went, get to my waiting room, and I went, eh. So then I left and I never got my retainer and I never finished my treatment. So my teeth have probably moved back a lot, but I can't, in a situation like that, go back to the waiting room because I've already left. I've already gone to I've made a mistake, and I can't get over that. It's not that easy for me. It's the same principle here at Anime League's event. I can't go up to somebody and ask them for a picture or ask them for an interview or something like that for fear of rejection. And the rejection is different when you have the badge, because the rejection is, no, I don't want to be on camera in my head, okay? whereas the rejection from not having the badge is, you're a fucking creep. You're a creep, get out of my way. And that is my own issue, okay? I don't want anybody to think like, let's blame Anime League, because it's not technically their fault, I don't think. I don't know really what happened. I have spoken with the owner about this, and she said, you know, that it was there. She has no idea why I didn't get it, because it was there. But I was at a point where I couldn't keep asking people at desks for my badge, because I started to feel really entitled. I started to feel like I was being a brat, because I'd asked about, so the first day I'd asked for, that was 4 different staff members at the registrations desk and the main stage about my badge, and everyone said, oh, they're not doing them this year, or oh, we don't have them, or your name's not on there. Because even getting in, we had trouble me getting in. Security had to come and like sort everything out because they couldn't find me, which was really terrifying. And then the Sunday I had asked 3 people again and shown the messages on Instagram, and they said, oh no, you need to go to, and that's the weird vibe that I got with the cosplay. It was them at the main stage, and they went, it says go to registrations, and I was like, okay. But it's not their fault, it's just a weird vibe that happened probably. So they said go to registrations, and the registration said, it says go to main stage, so I went to main stage, and then I saw the cosplayer there that just told me to go to registration, and I felt like a fucking idiot, and I just felt like I was being a fucking entitled piece of shit essentially, and I didn't want to ask again. So that's the only issue that I have had this entire time with it, is that I wasn't able to capture the content that I wanted because I was scared of being called a creep, because I know it happens a lot, especially nowadays. There are so many creeps at conventions that just touch people without their consent. They take pictures without their consent. They do all these things without consent, and I don't want to be that person or ever be misconstrued as that person. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that is why I wasn't able to elevate the content the way that I wanted to. I also fucking hated my cosplays. The whole thing was a lot for me, and I think the badge thing just really set me off. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know, I don't blame Anime League for that, I blame myself. It is my fault for being so anxious and just but yeah, it's not their fault. They have done everything that they could have done to try and help. So yeah, but just in case you are a creator, just make sure that you know that is a possibility now, and that you are comfortable and you have ways to get around that. Like in the future, I'm probably going to take my own badge, just in case, like a backup, just in case they don't have a badge for me, because at the end of the day I'm still there as a creator. It's just they might be missing a badge. I'll take my own and my business cards and just say, hi, I'm not a creep, I am not a creep, look at my things, look at them please. And just let people know that way that it's, you know, I'm not trying to be like a weirdo or anything. I'm just trying to make content for you guys. Yeah, so that's that. The last bit that I want to talk about really is just how nice everybody is. Like even the sellers that were there, everybody was really sweet. I didn't feel like, you know when you go to a seller table sometimes you feel like pressured to buy something because you're the only one stood there. I didn't feel any of that this time. Everyone was super lovely. I got loads of business cards and things. It was really good. But yeah, everybody there is great. So if you're thinking about going to an Anime League event, I once again can say that it has the Missy Kicks thumb of approval. I'll make like a little like Missy Kicks approval stamp or something and put it here. And we can start stamping things like as Missy Kicks approved. Not that that means anything, but if you are thinking about going to a convention, I would recommend Anime League. Their tickets aren't that expensive and they are all over the country. So if it is something where you're finding like MegaCon and MCM and stuff like that are more comic-y and like DC Marvel type stuff, and you're really just into anime and gaming, would fully recommend this, because my brother had an amazing time, and that is definitely him. He's so much more into this sort of stuff than he is the comics and that. So if that's your vibe, I would fully say go for it. And as always, at the end of my little summary videos, I will give you a small haul of what I got. I know I did a really quick one in my vlog, once again, self-promotion, go check it out. But I will give you a really small one again. So that is everything from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little summary video of my experience at Manchester Anime and Gaming Con, and I hope that you have an amazing time and amazing day. Let me know if you've got any cosplay recommendations or any convention recommendations, because I would love to go to a lot more conventions, to be honest with you, and get out of this house. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Kovu out. Bye.